What's going on, world? What it do? Welcome to another edition of the 2-Minute Tune-Up. I'm so glad you chose to join me today for another edition of the 2-Minute Tune-Up. Okay, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, you'll get the 2 minutes, but please jump on over to YouTube and watch the full video so you get the whole message and take it all in. Apply it. I promise you'll be better. Okay? Today, you have so many people, gurus, experts who are wanting to tell you how you can be successful in 2024, how you can make money, how you can become rich, all those things. But guess what? One simple thing, okay, is what's going to help you get there. While they're giving you all the products and the services and the systems and the expertise, those things are great. I can give you those things too. But what we're doing right here, what I'm doing right here, is what's going to get you there. Using your words, talking with intention, right? Talking with a purpose, being specific about what it is that you want, what it is you have to offer, and how it can help somebody else. First, you have to know how to serve. But in order to know how to serve, you also have to know who you're going to serve. We talked about this previously. Becoming a servant is one of the greatest things that you can do, not just for your life, but for anybody who comes in contact with you. Right? Because if they come in contact with your message, it's for a reason. So you want to have a maximum impact on them. And you want to make sure that people know that you are here to serve them, their needs, the things that are going to make them better. All too often, we try to serve people the things that we want. Listen, I like steak, right? But there are a lot of people who don't like steak. So if you come to my house for dinner and I serve you steak and you don't like steak, guess what? I'm not meeting your needs. You're not going to be fulfilled. You're not going to be satiated by that, right? So I have to find out what it is that you want to consume. But not only what you want to consume, but what you need to consume to make sure that you are skyrocketed to the next level. Listen, I believe in rapid growth. People talk about, there's this stigma around the term and phrase like get rich quick, right? But my question then is, would you rather get rich slow? Would you rather take a long time to get rich? Would you rather take a long time to be successful? Right? No. And I'm not saying, get rich quick scheme. I'm not saying that anything that I have to offer that I'm trying to teach you or trying to tell you is something that is unscrupulous, if you will, or something that is, going to con someone out of something. Not at all. All I want to do is teach you how to use your words and be specific and be intentional. Because the Bible says out of the abundance of the heart. But the part that a lot of people leave out there is out of the abundance of the heart. And in parentheses, it says in mind. Right? So the things you think about, the things you're feeling that you let come out of your mouth produce your destiny. We did a whole series on seed time and harvest and how our words are seeds. And how the things we say today show up tomorrow in our tomorrows. I was just having a conversation actually with my mom a few days ago. And I was talking about the fact that my intention today at 34 is to impact Walter at 44. The things I say, the things I do today, I know I'm not going to see today. but I'll see them in my tomorrows. They will affect my tomorrows, and anybody else who is around me in my tomorrow. Those things will affect them too. Right? So if I want success on the next page, then I am intentional about what I say, what I think, the things I do on this page. Because those things matter. Now, here's the deal. Disruption follows intention. Coach Walt, what do you mean by that, man? Well, what I mean is, as soon as you make a decision and set an intent in your mind and in your heart to do something, man, it seems like everything comes out of the woodwork. That could be wrong. That could be negative. That could be bad, right? I was talking to one of my mentees, and he is in the process of bettering himself through school. And we're having a conversation. He's frustrated, and he says, seems like everything, man, is just going wrong and going bad. And I said to him, as soon as you set your heart, as soon as you set your intent on like doing what you knew would get you to the next level, seem like these things are popping up or coming up in your life, huh? He said, yeah. I said, why do you think that is? See, the enemy conspires to make sure that we don't get to the places we want to get to. What we forget is that he has a right to challenge the things we say. So as soon as you say, as soon as that intent comes out of your mouth, now everything that is happening around you begins to challenge what just came out of you, what just came out of your mouth. Right? You see it even in the Bible when Jesus tells the disciples in Matthew 14, verse 22, get in the boat, go to the other side. Right? So Jesus goes up to pray, into the mountain to pray, and he comes back down, and it's around verse 26, and the disciples are like, man, they're distraught because there's a storm on the water. Well, what was the intent? What did Jesus tell them to do? Go to the other side. He didn't tell them to be stopped by the storm. He didn't tell them to be frazzled by what was going on. He gave them a directive. He said, hey, go to the other side. Right? And then as he comes walking on the water, a couple verses later, Peter sees him and says, hey, Lord, if it's you, bid me to come. So Jesus says, come. That's the intent. That's the directive. Come. And then what happens? Peter gets distracted. Right? All the disruption comes. The disruption in his mind. His brain tells him, wait, I'm not supposed to be doing this. And he begins to sink. And Jesus has to save him. Right? And the same thing happens in our everyday lives. Whether it be in our families, in our work situation, as entrepreneurs, in business. We set our intentions. We set directives. And man, things seem to start going wrong. But if we're able to be specific with our words, even against the distractions, against the disruptions, then guess what? We start to get a little more steam, a little more momentum. And so those distractions, they first felt like mountains that we couldn't climb. Those disruptions felt like hills that we were barely getting over. But the more we focus on our intention, the more we focus on what that goal is, man, it seems like now they're just barely speed bumps that we have to slow down just ever so slightly for. And then the more we focus on that intention, we don't even feel those bumps in the road. We just keep going towards that goal, towards that intention, towards destiny, towards success in that next level. But I'm telling you, those disruptions, those distractions, they're coming. But your intent has to be, I am going to add the maximum amount of value that I can to whoever God brings around me to consume my product, my service, right? My words. Because the key is, the more you can help somebody, the more you can help them solve their problem, right? The better and the more efficiently you can solve their problem. You can give them a solution. The more and the better they will pay you to do it. But it starts with your words. It starts with your intention. So in 2024, I don't have some complicated, guru expertise to hand you, to give you. What I have is this: my communication. My speaking is what I have to offer. Same thing you have to offer. Because guess what? If you don't get on these platforms like everybody else who wants their brand to be known, if you don't put yourself out there, guess what? Nobody knows you. And all of you who are watching my videos, you see on YouTube, I don't have many subscribers, many video, much time my videos have been viewed or watched. But it's getting there. It's gonna get to where I want it to be. Because my intentions are set and they're pure, and I am very specific with my petition to God about what I want. Same thing with TikTok and Instagram and anywhere else that you're able to view these videos. It's not rocket science. It's not secret that I don't have a ton of followers and, video views and things like that. But because of the message, because of my intent with my words and my thoughts and the things that I put out there, man, business is flowing. Leads are coming. People are messaging me. I'm getting opportunities. People are buying my offers. And not just the small ones, but the very, very big ones. Why? Because I focus on the intention. And I let the disruptions and the distractions be what they are. But I stay laser focused and committed to what I said I was going to do. And that's add massive value, provide great information, and pray that you get the maximum amount of impact from it. Listen, I pray you got a lot of great information from this. I'll continue to share with you more tools as we go. Right? More tools to help you be able to communicate more effectively on a greater scale. Because it is all about getting the message out there. It is. So put it out. Don't be afraid. If one person watches, that's one person whose life you've changed. That's one more person you get to serve. Don't be afraid. 2 minutes.